Hey mamas, I'm Kim with Mindful Mama Yoga. Today I'm going to break down Sun Salutation A or Surya Namaskar A for you. So typically you see this practice at the beginning of a Vinyasa flow as a warm-up, or even in ancient times it was performed at the very beginning of the day to honor the sun. So sun salutations are just a series of postures that are performed, usually breath to movement. So it's a pretty vigorous, fast-paced practice, but we're going to take it nice and slow today so we can go through each pose. We'll do a few modifications for you, and then we'll move into breath to movement. So real quick, if you are newly postpartum, I want you to wait a little bit, at least 4 to 5 months postpartum, so you are not putting too much pressure on your abdominal wall, right? Especially if you are having any diastasis recti issues. When we're in those plank poses, it'll put a lot of pressure on your abdominal wall and can exacerbate that. So at least wait until you are 4 to 5 months postpartum to really begin any vigorous like sun salutation practices. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. And also if you would like to join our Facebook community, I have a link below for you as well. So let's get started, unroll your mat, and let's begin. All right, mamas, let's start standing at the top of our mat. So come standing top of the mat, and let's begin in our mountain pose. So this is our foundation to every pose, right? So let's start by working from the ground all the way up. So root down into your feet first. Separate your feet about hips width distance. Spread all 10 toes nice and wide, and then spread them and then set them back down. So you get nice and rooted down into your feet. And then slowly engage the core, the thighs, by slightly lifting the kneecaps. So legs are strong, legs are firm, and then we can engage the core. So finding a slight core engagement, just to find some support here. And with our mamas, I like to kind of bring this cue of imagine that you're squeezing in that tight pair of pants, right? I know we can all relate to that, right? So squeeze in that tight pair of pants to engage the core. And then bring those palms out in front, facing forward. And then imagine that you're shooting energy from the fingertips, so arms are active. And then slightly lift the chest, roll your shoulders back and down. And then find a slight tuck of your chin, just to lengthen the back of the neck. Keep extending up through the spinal column. All right, here we are, mountain pose. So keeping every engagement here. Legs are strong, legs are firm, rooted down into the earth. Find that slight core support. Keep lifting through the chest. And if you'd like, you can close your eyes, and we'll just take 3 deep breaths here to begin. So inhale in and out through the nose. Starting to build a little heat within the body with your breath. And then on your next inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Press your palms together overhead. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down to your heart space. And then as you inhale, reach your arms out and up, gather energy. And then as you exhale, hinge from your hips, slowly fold forward. So coming into our Uttanasana forward folds. So hanging out here a few moments, let your head and neck relax. Maybe give your head a little shake. Soften the shoulders all the way down your spine. And then on your next inhale, lift up halfway. Slide your fingertips to your shins. Soften the knees, roll your shoulders down your back, and gaze slightly forward. So I like to imagine that my body looks like a 7 here. Nice flat back. And then take an inhale here. Exhale, fold forward, plant the palms, spread your fingers out wide, and step it back to plank pose. All right, plank pose, mamas. You can always come down to your knees here, especially if you are a beginner to the yoga practice or you're just still working on some upper body strength. So you always have the option to come to your knees. But I'm going to lift my knees here. But wherever you are, whichever variation works best for you, make sure that you spread your fingers wide and keep a soft bend in your elbows. Again, firm the core, so imagine squeezing in that tight pair of pants, drawing the sides of your pelvis towards the midline of your body. Gaze slightly forward, so head is in line with spine. And the most important thing here, right, is your breath. So in and out through the nose. Full inhale, full exhale. And then take an inhale here. As you exhale, we'll lower all the way to our belly. So you can come to your knees first. Keep your elbows tucked in tight next to the ribs and slowly lower all the way down. So for this first sun salutation, I'm showing you a modification. So we're going to come into our baby cobra. So bring your inner thighs to touch. Press the tops of your feet down into the mat so kneecaps lift. Hands are right under shoulders. And on your next breath in, lift your chest. Squeeze your elbows towards one another. And again, slightly tuck the chin just so the back of the neck is long. And then all together, let's take a breath in. Exhale to lower the forehead. Tuck the toes under, lift your knees, and then as you inhale, press up to plank. But again, you can come to your knees here if you need. And then as you exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So for this first downward facing dog, let's find a little movement. You can bend into one knee and then the other. Spread your fingers nice and wide so we have this strong base, strong connection to the mat. You can bend your knees as much as you need, but keep pressing your chest back towards your upper thighs. This creates a nice long spine. Really press the mat away. Let your head hang heavy. And then maybe in time you can straighten the legs and the heels will come to the floor or to your mat. Or maybe they won't, right? And who cares? So the important thing here is to keep that nice long spine. And then typically in our sun salutations here, we take anywhere from 3 to 5 slow breaths. And then on your next inhale, look between the hands. As you exhale, step to the front of the mat. So however many steps it takes to get there. Forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingertips to the shins, nice flat back. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. So sweep your arms out and up. Press your palms together. And then as you exhale, bring your hands down to the heart. All right, so that was our first sun salutation. So we'll do that modified versions where we come down to our belly and do baby cobra one more time just so you can get the hang of it a little more. So inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to the shins. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank, either knees up or down. And then take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Keep your elbows tucked in tight next to the ribs. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the chest, baby cobra. Exhale, lower the forehead. Inhale, press up to plank, either knees lift or down. And then exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Again, 3 to 5 breaths here. Always using this downward facing dog as a home base, a little check-in. So reconnect to your breath. And then inhale to look between the hands. Exhale, step to the front of the mat, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, press the palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Close your eyes. So that was our second sun salutation in the modified version. So let's move on to the full expression, or, we call it the full expression, but where we take our chaturangas. So inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to your plank. So here's where we switch it up a little bit. So we're going to come into our chaturanga. So this is a little more intense. So if you're still working on that upper body strength, then come to your knees and come into baby cobra. So, all right, so inhale fully. As you exhale, shift forward on your toes, just a couple inches, and lower down halfway. Keep those elbows in line with shoulders. Inhale, upward facing dog. So flip to the tops of your toes, extend through the arms, roll your shoulders back, expand across the chest. So kneecaps are lifted here if you're in upward facing dog. And then as you exhale, roll over the toes, hips go up and back, downward facing dog. Again, 3 to 5 breaths here. And next, inhale, look between the hands. And then as you exhale, you can either step or maybe even give it a little hop this time, forward folds. Inhale, lift halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up, press the palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Okay, so let's do it a little bit faster, breath to movement. So a couple times together so you can really get the hang of it, okay? So inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Take a breath in. Exhale, either lower all the way to the belly or halfway to chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, step or hop, front of the mat, forward folds. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do one more together. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Either lower all the way to the belly or halfway. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 to 5 breaths. Inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Press the palms together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Whew. So there it is, mamas. So Sun Salutation A. It is very heat building, pretty fast paced, but feel free to take it at your own pace until you get the hang of it, until you can move breath to movement. So there it is. I'm so glad that you could join me here today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.